This is your dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com.
Welcome. This is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. I'm your host, Kerry Lutz, and today is 6/23/23, show 504, and markets are pulling back, Nick.
Yeah, we got a pretty decent little pullback today. Again, we had a big week last week, if you remember, with Options X, Quad Witch. The markets had gone, virtually parabolic, so they were due to pull back, and we're getting a pretty good pullback in, of course, all the areas that were strong, especially technology today. So seeing tech down about 1% as we speak. And, this is not unsuspected. I think right now, when you get these overbought conditions, this is just a natural pullback. If the markets start to decline on volume, though, that would be a heads up for me that something more serious is about to take place. Right now, you got a lot of Fed jawboning going on. That seems to be working, calming the rally down. Basically every day or every minute you have a Fed speaker coming out saying, hey, we're going to raise rates next meeting. And, it seems to be pulling these markets in a little bit. But as you know, Kerry, since March 13th, when the banking crisis hit home, the central bankers around the world pumped a lot of liquidity into the system. And that has been the catalyst for the rally. And until that dries up, these markets, can pull back and still continue to climb.
All right. So, hey, what's the deal with this Musk against the Zuckerberg cage match here? Is it just more entertainment here for the masses?
Well, it could be. What does this world really come to, Kerry? It's an upside down world we're living in. I'd love to see it. Zuckerberg has to be one of the most despised people on the earth, pretty similar to Bill Gates at this level. So I think they're all actors, in my opinion, anyway. So it'd be entertaining. I guess the world needs more bread and circuses. My money's going to go on Musk with a knockout.
Yeah, I think you're right. But I don't think it's ever going to happen. But the thought is definitely intriguing. Well, crude's back down below 70.
Yes, we got crude today below $70 right now, around 68 and a quarter. Now, this is important because that $70 threshold has been a big psychological level. Now, should crude close below the May pivot low, I believe that was early in May 2nd or so, that would send a major sell signal in crude. That would lead crude to fall down to the $50 area, in my opinion, which would lead to what I would call a multi-year buying opportunity. So you heard it here first. If it gets down to 50 by some chance in due time, it's not going to happen right away. That would be the level where I would load the boat. However, right now, crude is still teeter-tottering with that May pivot low. So if it takes it out on especially on a weekly close, it'll get down to $50. That's where you really want to load up on crude, and you probably could hold it for 2 to 3 years.
All right, 2 to 3 years. Wow, interesting. All right, so gold is got slammed the past few days, and but is making a little bit of a recovery now.
Yeah, gold is trying today to get back up to that 1940 level that I've been talking about on the program for weeks now. And we closed below it yesterday. Today, gold is snapping back a little bit. And, it's teeter-tottering right at that number as we speak. So it'll be interesting to see where we go today and where we finish. That'll be an important level to hold for the precious metal. But if we close below there, that opens the doorway to a much, much bigger decline in gold. So again, we'll keep an eye on it and, just trade by the numbers. That's what I tell my members.
All right. Well, interesting to see. And the silver really got slammed too, right?
Yeah, silver's been pounded over the last 4 or 5 days. I mean, if you take a look at silver futures, we were trading around 24.50. Now silver's, basically at 22.50. So that's a big decline. I think the silver move down is already underway. We're going to get some bounces. Obviously, we'll never go down in a straight line. But silver is setting up for the second coming golden goose opportunity. And I hope it. I really love to see it fall sharply here because there are a couple good levels out here. where I will be snatching it up. I've been preparing all my members to get ready for this trade setup. So silver today really not doing much as we speak. It's up a little bit, about 0.3%, but it's been pounded this week.
Okay, and Bitcoin, man, staged quite a recovery here. It's over 30,000.
Yes, Bitcoin has staged a big recovery. It really started, you could make a case on the 20th of June. We had that big surge higher, continued to climb. And I think it has momentum, believe it or not, all the way up to probably the 32,100 to 32,500 area. So, and I'm talking about Bitcoin futures here. I don't want the listeners to, go to the spot price, but this is Bitcoin futures. I'm going to give it the upside bias to there, and then I think it stalls out.
All right. Well, that is it for today. Happy Friday, everyone. And we'll be back on Monday. Make sure you go over to Nick's site, inthemoneystocks.com. See his trading record, how he's beaten the averages for decades. Twitter feeds at ITMS, at Nick Santiago01, at Kerry Lutz. Emails are welcome, KL@kerrylutz.com, and write your YouTube comments below. And Nick, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday.
Sounds good, Kerry.